The lure of ISIL, the terror group, is expanding its recruitment from boys to women and girls from across the globe. The promise? A welcoming community, an Islamic utopia. It's all part of their pitch. And it's working. In tonight's Insight, CCTV's Francis Coe reports on ISIL's tactics and the roles these new recruits may be taking on.
These may be some of the new faces of ISIL, young, willing, and female. 3 British teens who journeyed to Syria to join the Islamic militant group, a path those closest to them never expected they'd follow.
Not at all. My sister was into any normal teenage things.
From all accounts, the young women came from good families and were top students. So what prompted them to leave it all is still a mystery.
They don't fit the profile that you would typically think of when you think of, a sort of disaffected, disenfranchised young person.
Female recruits may be drawn to ISIL for several reasons, says Associate Professor Kelly Pemberton. She specializes in women in Islam at George Washington University.
Young people in their teenage years, trying to find their place in the world, trying to figure out who they are very much attracted by these sort of romantic notions as well of being part of a larger cause. A revolutionary cause.
A cause bearing this message.
They will be part of something much larger than themselves, that they will be surrounded by other righteous Muslims. And I think one can't underestimate the impact of the cause of establishing what is touted as a just Islamic order in the world.
That mantra is being disseminated quite effectively on social media and on digital publications like Dabiq, ISIL's propaganda magazine. This edition was allegedly written by an Arab woman. Social media is also being used by Aqsa Mahmoud from Britain, an alleged ISIL recruiter. She reportedly traveled to Syria to marry an ISIL fighter, a romantic draw for some young women. Unlike their male counterparts, women in ISIL are not believed to be fighting on the front lines. Instead, they may join the group to be jihadi brides, mothers, healthcare workers, and enforcers of Islamic law. Increasingly, governments around the world have tried to tackle this trend, pleading with communities to look for warning signs.
We're appealing to mothers to open up conversations with their daughters about the dangers of travelling to Syria. We know that mothers and daughters have a very strong bond. And so we think that these conversations will be fruitful.
For the families of those 3 British teens and others like them, it may be too late.
We want her to be safe. We're hoping that she is safe wherever she is, wherever she may be.
Francis Coe, CCTV, Washington.